I didn't realize what a burn victim would look like. And when we went in that room, he wasn't even recognizable. So the last memory I have of my father is what a burn victim looks like as they take their last breath.
How are you supposed to get over losing someone without saying goodbye? He was healthy and happy, and the next day he just wasn't there anymore.
So my father's name was Peter Kempton. He was an auto mechanic for as long as I can remember. He'd work at a gas station all day pumping gas and go to night school so that he could provide for us and still get his apprenticeship.
I can't tell you how many times the two of us were out there changing brake lines and spark plugs. Dad would take us fishing and hunting with him every year, and he would take us out picking flowers. We loved him. We couldn't have had a better dad.
He had a sense of humor like no one else I knew. So no matter how bad the situation was, he could always make you laugh in that moment. And I wished he was there to make me laugh in that moment when he died, because we could have used it. Yeah. He was working on a car at the mechanic shop. Instead of working on it on the hoist, he had to work on it underneath a trailer as it laid in the yard. And there were fumes from the gas tank that ignited and caused an explosion. He was trapped underneath the vehicle, and the young guy that he worked with went 3 times to get a fire extinguisher to try and put the fire out to get him out, and they were inoperable. My dad was my hero. He was my protector. To me, he was invincible, and he was lying in a hospital bed, bandaged from head to toe. They explained that he was burned over 90% of his body. He hung on for just about 24 hours and died the next day. For a year and a half after, my husband couldn't go more than an hour without calling me because I would panic that something had happened. So it changes your whole outlook. It changes every aspect of your life.
You feel a lot of guilt. I should have said more. I should have told him I loved you more. I feel like we were really robbed of having any chance to say goodbye with him.
If I had the opportunity, I'd tell him that I loved him and just tell him how much I appreciated everything he ever did for me, because he did so much for us growing up, and I never got the chance to tell him how much I appreciated everything he did.
We spent every Christmas together.
Christmas is just another day. He'll never see me get married. He'll never see me have kids.
He didn't get to meet his granddaughter. That's one of the most heartbreaking things. I sat down with him and I made promises to him that my children would know the kind of man he was and know how much that he would have loved them.
He didn't get to take my nephew hunting. He didn't get to take him fishing. He didn't get to teach him how to change the oil in the car. Nathan is missing out on that too. He's missing out on all of the experiences that we got to enjoy with Dad.
Well, my son's just about 8 now, and we go to the Day of Mourning every year, and he says to me all the time that we do that because Grampy Peter died and we want to make sure that we're safe.
If I had any message to tell anybody, just stop and think before you do something.
I want people to know that they have the right to work safely. They don't need to be afraid to be that safety person who speaks up, because at the end of the day, no one wants to get the call that you're not coming home. I guess I didn't think it would happen to us. So I always thought he'd be there when I needed him. And just like that, he was gone.